Um, well, yeah, it was kind of surprising, but I thought that the first match really helped me to go into the second one. That that the style of games were absolutely different, and so I felt like the ball wasn't coming as fast at me, and I was more comfortable. Where in the first match it was like going so fast, and I was almost out of my comfortable zone all the time. So I had more time today and felt a little bit more in control of my game.
Anytime you take down a top five player, it's got to feel pretty good for your confidence there, man.
Yeah, I think the past four times that I played her, unfortunately, every time I played her the day before, or I played her she's one of those counter punchers that gets everything. And the matches that I had to play before I played her was like 3 hour matches against good players. And then I had to go and play against her, and I was absolutely worn out. And so I couldn't give anything. And today was one of the situations where I was pretty fresh going into the match, and I knew that with the preparation that I've done, I have a really good chance to beat her.
Varvara, do you feel comfortable here? I mean, you made the semifinals here last year, quarterfinals 2 years ago. Do you enjoy playing here? You have your comfort zone here?
Yeah, it's surprising because most of the people, I don't know, like I hear that some people say that I'm not an aggressive player and I don't like fast courts, but these courts are pretty fast, and I do pretty well, so it gives me a lot of confidence that I can play on pretty much every court. And obviously coming back here every year, it gives me more and more confidence in doing that.
Overall, was there anything that you tried to do or were able to do tactically today that you weren't able to do in previous matches against her?
Well, definitely, like I said, I was able to hang in there physically more and be more aggressive with my shots, with my feet, and hanging there and really see. And I feel like my serve really, worked really well today. I was able to have a lot of variety, and she was really uncomfortable with my slice serve into her body, and she was surprised by it all the time. So I tried to change it up all the time, so she's not comfortable with just one tactical place where I go. So that was I think a key as well.
She was taped up. Did you feel like her movement was compromised at all?
I've seen a little bit of that, but in the first set, I felt like she was moving okay, and then as the match kept going, she started slowing down a little bit more. But I knew that in many cases that the players are all of us hurting at some point, and when the match is going their way. Things start letting go. You have adrenaline and you start running all over the place. And so I really had to stay focused and not let that bother me, and keep on playing my game.
Speaking of getting bothered, I mean, you had to endure like 4 brief rain delays. And you also had the one point where you hit a winner that was called out. And you had to replay the point, and it looked like a double fault. What happened?
Yeah, it was it was pretty tough in the second set. I almost felt like the sky didn't want me to win today, and I was like, I really had I really had to stick in there, and it's funny because every time I would get a momentum, I would start hitting well and going for winners and hitting the ball in one after another. All of a sudden, it started raining, and then I had to restart, refocus, restart my feet. So it was like a roller coaster, and but I'm happy that I was able mentally to overcome that.
We need that rain here in California.
And not during my match, and not every 2 games.
Varvara, if you could rewind it a little bit and just talk about the last 2 or 3 months or so. You struggled a little bit on the clay, on the grass, and what you did after Wimbledon to prepare for the birthday season.
Well, definitely, I felt like the beginning of my year was basically stopped by big sickness, being very sick, and then it was so hard for me to restart everything in my body, and things starting popping up like different injuries, and I had to stop and start. So I never had a full preparation, a full recovery, and so I kept on going, and then finally, after Wimbledon, I was like, that's it. I really have to take time now and rebuild my physical condition, my tennis, and get ready for a good U.S. Open series tournament. So
then after Wimbledon, how long did you actually kind of take off, not pick up a racket, and then when did you start up again?
to be honest with you, the very first day after Wimbledon, I start doing my physical conditioning, and I was playing the first week after I was done. I was playing 3 times a week, but doing fitness every day. And after that week, I restarted with everyday fitness, 2 times fitness, 2 times tennis. So I worked pretty hard to get myself to this point.
Right now, do you think you're as fit as you were at the start of the season, or close to that? Or?
I think I even think I'm in better condition now than I was in the beginning of the season.
Varvara, they made the announcement yesterday about the new stats with SAP and the coaching analytics. Are you planning to use those, or what do you think about that?
I recommended to my coach, but he didn't seem at first to be so interested. But then he started finally walking around and looking at it, and I think he would like to use it in the future tournaments. And I already started looking at it where was it, Birmingham, but without the actual tablet. I started looking at the statistics, and I found it very, very interesting to see the percentages.
Looking at your own statistics, or
No other players that I was supposed to play against, and I kind of felt like it. I was playing against Azarenka, and I looked at her stats, and I felt like it helped me a little bit during the match. But then I kind of stopped. But I feel like it could be really helpful, and not just looking up your opponent, but for myself as well, for my own improvement.
maybe you just need the stats and not your coach.
I don't know about that. The stats can't tell me during the match what I'm doing wrong. I mean, technically, I can. For example, today I was standing too far, and my coach told me go inside a little bit. So I don't think
It could tell you that.
I could tell you, but it can't really see how the ball's flying, and so that, I mean, I don't know. It's just too. I feel like it's great to have, but I need, and my team need more time to research.
Any more questions? Thank you.
Thank you.